Hey guys, it's Billy and welcome back to Spill Sesh. We have got to talk about Tana Mongeau and Jake Paul because things have gotten really out of hand, you guys, and honestly, a few weeks ago, I did not even know these two were in communication, but it seems like ever since Tana has rekindled her hanging out with Jake's schedule, and Jake seems to be single, which is probably why she's back in his life more than she has ever been in the past couple of months since he was dating that girl, that model, that allegedly was engaged and they faked their relationship for clout. But anyways, you know, no shade or anything. And on the topic of cloud chasing, we're gonna get into a topic of why James Charles might not support Tana Mongeau, and it has to do with some certain cloud chasers we will talk about later. But Tana has still yet to put out an apology video that she said she was going to be making.
I want to apologize for not making the video sooner. There's nothing I can say. There's no excuse I can say to make that right. I should have made this video weeks ago and I didn't, and I'm sorry for that, and I will explain further in the videos, but if you don't want to listen, I also fully understand.
And she says that she owes Nessa and Colin an apology, and she's going to make multiple apology videos.
I will be coming out with a video, several videos, with a lot of just the truth and apologizing.
But you guys, I don't know about you, but I'm not seeing anything at all. And at this point, it's like, Tana, you're posting on your Instagram story at parties, you're out with Jake, you're hanging out with your friends, you're going out to dinner. You're not in a place where you seem like you're sorry about anything and you're rushing to apologize to people. And honestly, people that are truly sorry don't party and, you know, take all this time to have fun and then sit down and make an apology video. Usually if you're sorry, you either, you know, tackle it right away, or you're kind of staying really quiet and trying to figure out the best way to tackle everything and then make a video or address things. And although Tana has made an Instagram story saying that she's going to apologize and has sort of made this apology about her past and a little bit touching on the Colin situation on Twitter, she says she's making a video, but where is it, Tana? Like, at this point, I think people truly think that she isn't sorry about anything and that she doesn't really care. Otherwise, she would put some time aside from partying and going out and hanging out with friends and literally acting like there's no pandemic at all going on in the world right now. She would like put, you know, some time aside and address what's going on and make the things that she said she was going to be making. And I don't know about you guys, but I've seen a lot of people say that they don't even want the apology at this point because they don't think she is sorry at all. And she has to apologize for not putting an apology out because she said she was and she hasn't. So this whole thing just keeps getting messier and messier and messier. And I mean, she was literally called out by mainstream media along with Jake because over the past week, Jake has had a party, like a literal pandemic party at his house. It was covered by not only channels on YouTube, but on mainstream media. The first time that I ever got word that Jake had this party was literally from a New York Times reporter retweeting an article. So, I mean, I'm speechless. It's honestly embarrassing to see that these people are influencers that influence people, and especially Jake, his audience was very young at one point. I don't know what it is now. I feel like it kind of still is a little young, but for them to be called influencers, people that influence others, they were doing a really poor job during this pandemic and displaying how people should be acting and how people should be socially distanced and people should be wearing masks. They're not doing any of that. They are drinking, they're partying, they're in each other's business, basically, not 6 feet apart at all. It is literally insane that mainstream media is covering this. It was like on local news apparently, because I saw it on local news websites that they had covered it. And it's not even just Jake and Tana. There were a lot of TikTok kids there as well. Bryce was seen there. It's just, you guys, I can't believe this is what she is doing instead of making an apology video. Literally, the article that I saw on Insider was titled, "Jake Paul was called out by the mayor of Calabasas for throwing a massive party where maskless influencers swung from heavy machinery." Yeah, you guys, I read that. I heard that the freaking mayor of Calabasas called out Jake Paul Didn't this happen when he lived at the other original Teen 10 house, where he literally pissed off the entire neighborhood that he lived in and was on the news because of that? I mean, when the mayor is calling you out because you are adding to a pandemic, and it's super clear that Jake does not care about anything that's going on right now, because in Tanner Fox, if you guys don't know, he has 10 million subscribers. He's been hanging out with Jake Paul. He tested positive, and he posted a video where he was calling all his friends that he had hung out with after he got his results to be like, hey, I know we've hung out. I just want to let you know I have it. And he called Jake, and Jake was like, I'm not worried about it. Like, I don't care.
Are you worried about it?
Not really. We don't care.
Okay, well, that's good, but I had to call you and just let you know.
That is like, you guys, we have to process that he is someone that influences other people. If you guys are letting Jake Paul influence you, it's probably not best to take his advice. Honestly, one of the top comments on Tanner's video is that Jake honestly wouldn't even care if he got it, because he's like just thinking about how much content he would be able to make, like about his experience having it. And that's just so gross to me, because you should never gamble like that. You don't know how bad it's gonna get for you. Even if you're young, it's still possible that it could hit you really hard. And then there's Tana standing by this, hanging out with Jake, and it's embarrassing that Tana is saying like, I'm gonna record this apology, it's gonna happen, you know, when it happens. Like, sure, Tana, I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it, since you're busy hanging out with these people, getting into a bunch of trouble by the mayor of Calabasas. It's just very clear where her priorities lie. But anyways, you know, on a whole other note, you guys, since we're on the topic of Tana, we're on the topic of Jake and, you know, whatnot, a lot of people have noticed that Tana has been hanging out with Gage, who went to Coachella with James Charles. Now, I don't remember if it was brought up last year or what, that Gage was a clout chaser and he was only hanging out with James Charles so that he could get artist passes to go to Coachella and be VIP and hang out with him and get all this clout and whatever. Anyways, I guess, you know, he told James that he was bi and then ended up just being straight and he just wanted clout. But his ex-girlfriend has come out on TikTok and also has made an entire YouTube video about him and said that Gage is a cloud chaser. And what do you know, guys? Who's Gage been hanging out with? Tana Mongeau. A lot of people were really shocked to see Gage and Tana hang out, and she had him on her Instagram story. I've honestly seen him on her Instagram story before, but this past week it's gotten talked about a lot more. I guess because people are, you know, thinking more about the James Charles situation because of all the Jeffree and Shane stuff that has been going on. But yeah, Tana is full on hanging out with Gage. Like, they seem to be really good friends, you know, coming from one clout chaser to another. Even though Tana is famous in her own right, she doesn't need to clout chase, even though she really thought that she needed to clout chase through Jake Paul, who honestly kind of clout chased from Tana because through her, he got that MTV show, even though it got canceled because they didn't like Tana. Anyways, James Charles ended up going on Logan Paul's podcast and mentioned that he does not follow Tana Mongeau. And after seeing Tana hang out with Gage, I couldn't help but think that the reason why James doesn't really interact with Tana or follow her is because of her association with Gage or association with people that try to clout chase off of James Charles in the whole Coachella situation. And I don't blame him for not wanting to, you know, hang out with Tana or follow Tana, because she's hanging out with people that literally tried to make him look bad. Like, he was trying to turn boys into liking him and all of this stuff. Like, at this point, you guys, I cannot even believe that that was something that was said last year.
I mean, the Coachella thing you were talking about earlier, like, I talked to a guy for 7 months and he flew himself out to Coachella saying that he was curious or whatever and used me for followers the entire time. And like, that ended up being like a public thing. And like, that was really tough to deal with. And like, now he has like almost 1 million followers on TikTok and is like here right now and is like going to all the parties and stuff, and like nobody cares anymore.
That drama, the fact that it's still ongoing, we're still trying to uncover the puzzle pieces of how everything got so explosive during Dramageddon. And it's crazy. And we're still waiting for Jeffree to come out and be like, I'm I'm sorry that I did that, because he's pretty silent. But I mean, who knows? It's a race at this point. Is Jeffree gonna come out with an apology before Tana? Because at this point, they're both pretty silent, and they're both just, you know, on Instagram, hanging out with their friends, you know, living life, pool party with Cole Kerrigan, and hanging out with Jake Paul. What's up with this trend of people not wanting to take accountability for their actions? Honestly, it's getting crazy at this point. I don't know what's going on, you guys. What is the tea with that? Anyways, I want to know what you guys think about this entire situation. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.